Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. In today's video we are going to be doing a how to build for the brand new Glass, who is the brand new collaboration character that has returned. She's been brought into the game with the new shield hero rerun, which is quite nice. She's actually quite a good character, like stats wise she's actually quite insane. And yeah, let's get on with it. So her CC 65k, this is with attack crit. She is also True Awakened as well. It's quite good CC, it's not too bad. She has also got UR gear. Pier Rate, quite high. Resistance is quite nice. Crit chance and crit damage, once again, are actually quite nice. Her crit chance is a little bit on the lower side, but her passive makes up for that, so it's fine. She's got like standard crit resistance. She's got like the crit resistance of like Transcendent Barn, which is actually quite good. Crit defense, once again, it's actually on the higher side. Lifesteal is on the really high side. That's really good. 17% lifesteal is like on the higher side of lifesteal for like most characters, and of course, unless it's like characters like Malascula or characters that like technically lore accurate have a high lifesteal. And of course, damage reduction because she is True Awakened. Onto her skills. So she has a Soul Steal skill, which is, we'll get into what Soul Steal is in a bit, or Soul Power, really. That's the effect she basically gets this damage off of. Soul Steal, damage dealt increased by 40% for each Soul Power, which is like up to 3 times, and 2 times Pier Rate, which is quite nice. And then she has a standard Pier Rate skill. Like a complete standard, no special effect to it, just normal Pier Rate, which is good. Pier Rate is quite a powerful skill. And of course it's quite good on Nidhogg, but I wouldn't recommend using anything apart from Goddesses on Nidhogg because it's not worth the stress. Her ultimate, which in my opinion, one of the best free-to-play ultimates from before a collaboration character in the game, apart from Echidna, because increase all allies' base stats by 30%. This is at 1/6, doesn't change between 1/6 and 6/6. 30% basic stats to all allies, doesn't matter the race. Echidna requires them to be unknown for them to get this stat boost. Increase all allies' basic stats by 30% for 3 turns, by the way, which is a normal, like, Melio, Raftalia, Mixer sort of style thing. Inflicts damage equal to 400% of attack on all enemies and applies Soul Power. The Soul Power buff isn't really too important for her because she gets it quite easily. It's not like she has to play the skill to get the Soul Power buff, which we'll get into in a second. Once again, she also has a less... Her passive isn't as big as Vittoria's, but it's still quite big. Increased hero's base stats by 7% for each unknown race ally participating in battle. That's standard. If you look at all the old collaboration characters, I'm pretty sure it mainly started from Overlord, so the base stat boost per unknown was Ainz, Albedo, Sholtir. You've then got Zahard as well from Tower of God. He also had that as well, and that was really the start of this basic stat boost. Oh, I also think... What's her name? I think Ghislaine was probably the one who started it, like back about this time last year. The hero gains 1 Soul Power whenever an unknown race ally uses a skill. So when it says uses a skill, it doesn't have to be a damage dealing skill, just has to be a skill, which is it's quite nice. It means you can use Albedo. You can basically apply a counter with Albedo and not have to worry about not getting a soul power. You will get Soul Power. Conversely, 1 Soul Power is removed whenever the hero uses a skill. Yeah, so whenever she plays a skill, it removes 1 Soul Power. Whenever 1 Soul Power is removed, the hero's Pier Rate is increased by 30% up to 90%, which is straight away 90% Pier Rate boost, really nice. When the Soul Power stack is maxed out, the effects are removed, and the hero's crit chance is increased by 30%, and the Pier Rate is increased by 150% for 3 turns. Soul Power also increases her defense-related stats by 10% up to 3 times, exactly like DK Melee. But you think 30% crit chance, you know, that's not that much, right? 30% crit chance, you've got 138. Now we go on to a passive. Increase the hero's crit chance by 20% up to 60% each time a Soul Power effect is removed. So that's an extra 60%, she gets an extra 90%. She's about 200% crit chance, which is quite nice. Also the Pier Rate, so she gets 90% plus the 150, so she gets 240 extra. So 240, yeah, she has a lot of Pier Rate. She's looking at about... I think she's just under Vittoria, but bear in mind she's also got a Pierce skill as well. She's going to have like 1000% Pierce Rate whenever she uses that Pierce skill, which means she's going to be hitting really hard. And, oh, I accidentally backed out. But not only that, she's also got like a Pierce and Soul Power skill, so you can get 120% increased damage dealt, plus like 700% Pierce Rate, give or take, which is going to be insane. Onto our ultimate, we'll look at how it scales. Once again, at 3/6, you get the second Soul Power Orb, and then at 6/6, you get 3, which is okay. I don't think it's really necessary, but of course, if you're going to whale, you know, go for it. Why not? Like, it's just because I'm pretty sure her ult is quite strong. I haven't actually seen any 6/6 of her ults go off but she probably hits quite hard. She's got quite a good kit, to be honest. Her kit's definitely not as good as Vittoria's, but it's definitely a good kit because it's 2 single targets. Means that she'll actually be quite good in Demonic Beast if she wants to be a Demonic Beast character. Also, that Pierce Rate buff, so that Pierce Rate and crit chance is an actual buff that lasts for X amount of turns, and then you can keep restacking it. You can't actually stack the buff, but you can keep refreshing the buff, which is quite nice. It's not like Rimuru where after the buff's gone, that's it. She can just keep replenishing the buff, which is quite nice, especially because new Demonic Beast content and just in general new content, like buff removal is quite a common thing in PvE, so this means that she'll probably be able to... Yeah, she'll probably be quite good. Closet, of course, I have all her outfits maxed out. Just about, I'm poor on every material now. But her relic, once again, gives really good stats. I think that's to make it so her base CC isn't like extremely high. So the relic sort of makes up for that, makes up so she can sort of compete with these high CC characters. I'm pretty sure that she is like number 7 for CC or something like that. She's like really high for CC. I don't think she's definitely not the highest in the game, but she definitely has really high CC, which is quite nice. But anyway, thank you for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.